Every man wants to win, but very few are willing to look at the real source of their failures. It's not bad luck, it's not bad talent, it's not even a lack of ambition. The real culprit? The small daily habits you've been ignoring for years. You see, small habits are not just routines. They're quiet builders or slow destroyers. Most men think that the change has to be dramatic. They think that it has to have a massive overhaul or a life altering event to become great. But here's the truth: it's the tiny actions you repeat that shape your life. The strongest, most disciplined, most respected men in the world, they got there by mastering the small stuff. If you want to break out of mediocrity and build the life that you're actually proud of, it's time to take your daily habits seriously. If you're ready to move with purpose, not just hope, my private coaching program is exactly where you need to be. It's built for men who are ready to execute, who are tired of distractions, weakness, and settling. You'll get systems, strategies, and serious accountability. Click the first link in the description and join us before another year slips by and you're in the exact same position you're in now. Let's break down 5 small but powerful habits that most men are overlooking. Yet they hold the key to massive personal growth. Number 1, the habit of finishing what you start. Most men are great at starting. New plans, new goals, new routines. It all sounds exciting in the beginning. But finishing, that's where the weakness creeps in. The habit of finishing what you start is one of the most underrated traits in a man. And it's not just about big projects. It starts with the small things: making your bed, completing a workout, sending that message, following through with your word. If you're always leaving things half done, you're teaching yourself that your actions don't matter. Over time, this erodes your confidence and turns you into a man who can't trust himself. When you build the habit of finishing, you become a man who follows through regardless of how he feels. You don't abandon the plan just because it got hard or boring. You grind through. That's strength. Here's what you need to understand: life doesn't reward men who start, it rewards men who complete. So stop chasing dopamine through novelty and start finding power in completion. Set a rule for yourself: if you start it, you finish it. Doesn't matter how small the task is. Train your mind to expect follow through. This habit builds internal discipline that will spill into your work, your body, your relationships, your bank account, everything. No one else has to see, but you know. And that quiet knowing that you're the kind of man who finishes is how real self respect is forged. The habit of controlling your inputs. You're being shaped every single day by what you allow into your mind. And most men have no filter. They're taking in trash all day, scrolling through chaos, listening to nonsense, hanging around guys who drain them. And then they wonder why they feel stuck or distracted or unmotivated. The truth is simple: your inputs determine your output. You cannot expect to think clearly, act decisively, or live powerfully if you're constantly feeding your brain garbage. So here's the move: build the habit of controlling your inputs like your life depends on it, because it actually does. Start by auditing your environment, what you watch, read, and listen to every day. Who do you surround yourself with? Are these things pushing you forward or pulling you down? If the answer isn't obvious, the answer is probably down. Replace noise with knowledge. Replace entertainment with education. Replace gossip with growth. Fill your mind with thoughts that sharpen you. Follow men who challenge you to level up. Read books that stretch your thinking. Watch content that builds, not just distracts. This habit doesn't mean you live in a bubble. It means you become intentional. You start feeding your mind the way a warrior feeds his body, deliberately. Over time, your thoughts change. Your focus tightens. You stop reacting and start leading. That's how you separate yourself from the average guy, by protecting your inputs like a disciplined soldier. Guard your mind, because the world wants to hijack it. And if you don't control your inputs will control you. The habit of doing one hard thing every day. Modern life has made men soft, too comfortable, too distracted, too used to avoiding resistance. But the men who rise above mediocrity, the ones who lead, protect, and conquer, are the ones who seek out difficulty on purpose. This brings us to a small but brutal habit: Doing one hard thing every day. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be impressive, but it has to challenge you. That's the key. It could be waking up before the sun, hitting a hard workout when you'd rather skip, having that uncomfortable conversation you've been avoiding, saying no to comfort food, pushing through work when you feel drained. These are small, but they train you to lean into discomfort instead of avoiding it. You don't grow by doing what's easy. You grow by facing what's hard and refusing to run from it. The more you train yourself to lean into the hard things, the more capable you become. Your tolerance for pressure increases. Your mind gets sharper, your body gets stronger, your will becomes steel. Most men try to build strength in spurts. They push hard one week and wonder why nothing sticks. But if you do one hard thing every single day, no matter how small, you start compounding grit. And grit is a weapon. Inside our private coaching program, we use this exact principle. Daily resistance stacked deliberately to transform soft, stagnant men into grounded, focused leaders. If you want that kind of growth and want to be held to a higher standard, join us by clicking the first link in the description. We don't just talk discipline, we live it. Start today. Pick one hard thing, do it, and then do it again tomorrow. Strength is built daily, not occasionally. 4. The habit of tracking, even when it's boring. But the men who win long term, they track, they measure, they evaluate. They treat their habits like a system, not a guessing game. Most guys don't realize how much they're leaving on the table simply because they don't know where they stand. They think they're consistent in the gym until they look back and realize they missed half of their workouts. They assume they're eating clean until the snacks and cheat meals tell a different story. When you build the habit of tracking, you eliminate delusion. You see the truth. And the truth gives you power. Start simple. Use a notebook, a spreadsheet, or an app. Track the habits that matter. Workouts, reading, waking time, spending, whatever moves the needle. Don't overthink it. Just keep a daily log. What does this do for you? First, it makes your progress visible. You start to see patterns. You start to notice what works and what doesn't. Second is creates accountability. You're no longer just hoping you stay consistent, you're proving it. And finally, tracking builds momentum. Every box you check, every streak you maintain, it reinforces the identity of a man who follows through. That's not just helpful, that's critical. This one habit can quietly turn your entire life around because what gets tracked gets improved. Stop leaving your growth to chance. Master it. The habit of daily self-respect. You're not going to hear this from the mainstream media, but self-respect is a habit, not a feeling, not a mindset, a habit. And it's built through your choices, especially the small ones. Every time you do something that goes against your standards, you chip away at your own respect. You start to see yourself as weaker, softer, less capable. And that's when things spiral. But when you consistently do what you know is right, even when it's hard, your respect for yourself skyrockets. You stand a little taller, speak a little clearer, move with more conviction. So how do you build this habit? Start by defining your non-negotiables. What kind of man do you want to be? What behaviors are unacceptable? Where will you draw the line? Then reinforce that line daily. If your rule is, I don't skip workouts, then you train. No matter if, no matter what. If your standard is, I don't lie, then you will speak the truth, even when it costs. Every decision becomes a rep. And the more reps you get, the stronger your self-respect becomes. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Small actions, daily integration, quiet power. And here's the best part. Self-respect compounds. When you respect yourself, others start respecting you too. Not because you demand it, but because you live it. So don't wait for confidence. Build it, one decision at a time. If there's one thing I want you to walk away with today, it's this. The small things matter. The average man overlooks them. The strong man builds his entire life on them. Every habit we cover today, like finishing what you start, controlling your inputs, facing your daily resistance, tracking progress, and living with self-respect, these aren't glamorous. They don't go viral. You want to become stronger, sharper, more respected. It doesn't start with a massive change. It starts with one small habit done daily with no compromise. And if you're tired of drifting, if you want a clear plan, proven system, and a circle of men who will hold you at your highest standard, then my private coaching program is where you need to be. We don't hype, we do real work, serious growth, a brotherhood of accountability. Click the first link in the description and step into the man you know that you were born to become. Remember, small habits create massive results. Build them, own them, and live them. I'll see you guys in the next one.